fake news is a term that emerged 10 years ago. Like with the Israelites, this is why, like, although I think a lot of them are fucking nutcases, with the Israelites, it's a logical thing. Let me say this, but it's also logical for multiple groups to feel like they could be one of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah,
like,
but ask Ray about fucking Abba Bivens. Abba Bivens was a fucking he was a not Jehovah's Witness. He was a fucking LNG White. No, hold on. No. He was a follower of LNG. He was a follower of LNG White.
Freemason.
He was a Freemason. Then he became a Baptist. Then he became a follower of LNG White. And then he went into fucking this whole Black Hebrewism shit. Yeah. And then he fled the United States because there was allegations of him molesting little fucking girls in his congregation. And then he moved to Israel. And then he became
I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, listen.
Yeah, he was raping the shit out of kids.
I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, I've always talked about how
oh, no, that was Ben Israel. Ben Israel. Abba Bivens was the one that was raping. Abba Bivens was raping.
Abba Bivens raped. Wait. Do you have an article on it?
Yeah, so Abba Bivens was the one that was
raping. Can you post an article in the chat? I'm not saying I don't. I don't.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, Abba Bivens was the one that was raping older women in his congregation, like adult women. Ben Israel is the one that was molesting kids.
Okay, so
Ben Parker Israel, whatever his name was. They're from like the 1890s and early 1900s.
Yeah, well, I don't know about. Well, here's the thing, right? I already know that he's a scumbag, so that's not a problem. But I didn't hear about the fucking. The molesting and rape.
Yeah, one of them was wanted by the government, and then the other was wanted by like the local police for like molesting.
Do you have a article?
I had the articles. I'd have to look them up again. They're like fucking buried because it's a nothing burger fucking small shit from like 100 years ago that nobody like writes about. There's no like New York Times fucking articles on it. It's like
I'm pretty sure.
But this is the thing though.
But listen, Rob. Here's the thing.
I was just about to say this.
He was just a
Hebrew Israelites, whether they want to acknowledge it or not, they acknowledge that at the very least we spent a great amount of time in Africa. Like that. This is what they will acknowledge, and this is
not
what
all.
No, they like. I'm telling you, I've been
So
around.
you have some Hebrew Israelites that say that they're actually indigenous people from the Americas. They've never been from Africa, and then you have other people that say that they're the Israelites that were sold by the Hamites from West Africa. So like the Hamites were like the kings that sold them.
No, what they'll say is that when
Rob, there's
hold on, brother.
One of these people though, like
I'm not
I know
finished.
the Rob, but
I'm not finished.
You can ask me directly.
Yeah, but okay, Rob, I know
I'm
I said
not
that.
finished.
I know that I said
I'm not finished.
I've only known about
I'm not finished.
But I've studied it more than all of you combined.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I'm gonna say this again. What I was getting at is they'll explain, you know, like when the 12 tribes are first like taken over and then disbanded, and then many were exiled out of the Holy Land. Many went west, right? Many fled into North Africa and kept fleeing over into what we know as West Africa today. There's strong evidence of West African tribes in the 7th, 8th, 9th century that were keeping Jewish customs, whether it be circumcision, whether it be the dietary customs, or even the acknowledgement of the Hebrew God. Like this was going on. So it's like, what I tell them is like, whereas you could try to spin this whole idea that we are African, you feel?
Yeah, but that claim's only made by the Igbos, and the Igbos and the Bantus.
No, I'm talking about actual Hebrew Israelites in America.
Yeah, I know.
You're
talking about the people that were in West Africa, which are the Igbo, and the Igbo claim that. But there's no historical or archaeological evidence that they practice in these customs. That the Bantus, the fucking
Bantus aren't the tribe that they're talking about.
I know, but you're talking about the Igbos out of Nigeria. But those
Igbos wouldn't have been the people that I'm talking about in the 7th, 8th, 9th century.
They're the ones that claim this, though.
And it's more than just that. My point is
the point is about the Igbos. There's no
I'm
historical.
talking about American.
There's no historical archaeological evidence that
who
Eagles
acknowledge that black
Judaism
people,
prior to the
who
introduction
acknowledge
of the
that
Bible.
black people, who acknowledge that black people have been in Africa for over 1,000 years. Because if you're acknowledging that these people fled west, and if we know that this happened before Christ, this would probably be 2,000 years ago plus that these people would have started fleeing into West Africa. So for 2,000 years up until what, well, let's say 1,500 years, so it's like, man, stop. That's all I'm saying. Like this idea that we are not ancestrally African is kind of stupid. I can say that it's rooted in slavery, but I'm gonna say that it's rooted more in misinformation. Yes, there are a lot of black people who long to know our identity prior to colonialization, but there are plenty of black people who understand that this is our story. You feel me? And they're actually proud of the fact that, hey, through all of this shit, we created a story. We have a story to be proud of. For me, like I don't have to be a Pan-Africanist to recognize that I'm ancestrally African. But I also don't feel like I have to go around saying that I'm African because I'm American. I'm a black American. I'm an African American, whatever you want to call it. I'm fine with that. But I'm not fine with black people moving around saying that we don't have no ancestral connection to Africa because then that would take away the idea of being black itself. Like it is actually you can't like separate the two. I'm sure as hell ain't gonna let no nigga from Seattle tell me about shit. I'm really from this shit, man.
He's just mad because his daddy's white.
Oh, jeez. Well, any of the mods here even?
Joe is. Timothy is.
I don't know about that.
No.
I just wanted to do a quick room. I might close it down. Beaver, Joe. Okay. I think it's a thumbs up to close it down. Just didn't want to do a quickie. Someone else could open up the room, whatever, but. City, what's going on with your PDR down there? It scared the hell out of me. The fuck?
My nigga's tiny.
Alright, I'll catch you guys around.
then you know what it is versus the unknown. So those are two different things.
Not really.
Very two different
The
things.
potentiality of a born baby
No.
is
Let's
not
just
that much different from the potentiality of an unborn fetus at 24 weeks.
let's just say
So they're not
no.
that different.
No, this
The
is very
problem
true.
still, no, the problem still repeats itself regardless, which is what we're talking about. So we don't have to take a weird detour down the abortion debate. Like, I don't think that's necessary. Like, the point we're making is
You are. So
really you are. We're talking about potentiality. That's what we're talking about. So the point still stands.
weird religious that exists in the world right now. That's what I just want to keep it on. Or not me. I don't
Fetuses have unborn fetuses have
that's okay. I don't
that's a
I'm
weird
just
thing
gonna
to
just
say.
say no. I'm just
They
saying.
do. Fetuses exist.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying no because I don't want to have this conversation.
Because you have an opinion with abortion.
Absolutely, I do. I was just saying that we're talking about people that are born living closer.
Yeah, you're drawing an ad hoc arbitrary line, and it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. I digress.
We can remain neutral. Like personhood status of the unborn is. Like, I'm not going to try to take a position on that anyway. The point we're making is the potentiality question would still apply to the unborn fetus as much as it applies to just the newborn. Right? It's still a potentiality issue. That's all we're talking about. That's why you shouldn't have casual. We're not familiar with the philosophy of Andre. No, to be fair, I think they actually engaged very well in this. They engaged the way I would have engaged having engaged in these ideas for the first time when I was an undergraduate. I didn't really know about any of this shit. I would have engaged and asked the same question. So there's no shame to anybody, but like, it is something that I'm really fascinated by the view that letting a rich person skip the line for some kind of life-saving medication treatment is somehow. I was trying to.
Okay, so one thing I would what you said
Then it becomes more complicated because I have more dimensions to evaluate. Right?
Yeah.
So my statement was, the
outside the work perception. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I go through exercise, I think about it a lot. I think the main thing is that if there's anything about the arrangement that is operating is operating on any kind of maxim that violates humanity, that's what massively dangerous to evaluate for. And if I find that makes it
Well,
yeah.
yeah, because then it means that those propositions that make should be then irrelevant. Because regardless of whether there is an agreement, internal agreement, that sort of acts like a subjective moral agreement within a certain society. They're just lacking in information to about the maximum intervening in
No, because they could be aware of the consequences and take it into their decision in formulating the policy. And if they did that,
I would not say
Is it possible that
I wouldn't. I guess not. I mean, if that's
so if they evaluated their internal rules based on some sort of like a similar model as for example
respectfully, I mean, the thing is rooted in respect for human beings and policies. But I'm saying that there's a way to, I don't know if there's a way to put it into respect effectively in humanity and policy, and it still entails some kind of fast like still respect the dignity of human beings, and everybody got a chance to have their say in a democratic way, perhaps. And they all voted for it, like, okay, and that was the purpose for it, and the maximum, not even was very explicit and sincere. If that's impossible, then I don't probably, all right, that is the thing that I'm saying doesn't really violate
there's some
the thing is, I just don't think that this is possible.
but okay, so just hear me out a little bit. There is something that's used, an intuition that is used concerning the safety or evacuation. You know, whether the children, elderly, and men. So I would say that intuition is deeply rooted in, you know, like I'm a more naturalist in that respect. You know, what is more of a moral worth? Children, women, highest moral worth. Elderly is going next and the rest.
No, I don't actually think that's necessarily you could actually just look at policy like that when it comes to agreements. But the moment you start suggesting that women and children have more than men, you would actually be violating the fact. You could do it in terms of recognizing that all individuals have the same moral worth, and some individuals are under a context where not everybody takes pride or voluntarily willing to prioritize the women and children because they all qualify as valuable technology, not because they think that they're worthless as men, but because they all take on defending as men, something like that. And I think that that's fine.
But you see, it's sort of like you're putting in brackets there in that view subjective perception of the children having moral value or individual value than sort of concerning
If I wanted to sacrifice, if I wanted to cultivate my life and they were like the children, and I volunteer to sacrifice myself so that they can live, it's not because I think that this is worth less than me. I think that's actually a consistent rational view. It's because to make sure that people I value, if they continue to live, even if it's
Which is an emotional, which is an understand. So
well, it's social in the point, but
yeah.
it doesn't need to be motivated by maximum stuff.
Before you go, I'm just an example. So to direct it to but just that decision by itself, would you accept a sacrifice with your child or wife in order to save you in that situation? And
Would I accept? Well, I mean, we'll have to give information. Like in general,
yeah, so there's life. Okay, so life goes for 3 people. It's you, your child, your wife. You say, the only acceptable moral course here is if I volunteer to sacrifice myself for some sentiment.
No. I think so. I would say that it's morally permissible.
Oh yeah, morally permissible. Sorry, my bad. That's it's permissible. Now, would it be permissible for your child to sacrifice themselves to save you?
I think that there's a scenario in which that could be permissible. You have to say, but the reason why that's an issue is because fundamentally, no one individual is worth his worth of money, and that's not the basis.
You see, intuitively, I would say it's only that I would like to explore that intuition. Why, me personally, I would not accept that as a 99% of the time, I would agree with you. But I think what Mark was saying is things about the margins, and that's why sometimes
I'm just trying to figure out what is
well, like think about it. It's just, I'll give you an example. On the Titanic, there's three seats on the boat left, and the family. 99% of the time, my family gets on the board, we go down to the ship, friends, but those spots are drunk. But like my logic is, my family is fine. Now, my family for me, my wife, kids, my kids, I wanted to go and to see is that they're not going to survive. This kid is 6 years old right now. He's 2-year life expectancy. But like sending a woman into the world with like one kid with 2-year life expectancy, that's a fucking harsh world to us. So in that case, I would understand like the father hesitate and take a beat and then tell Alicia's argument. I was really basing it on moral like servitude. My question is this: let's take away the classes for example. Anyone who's working in a hospital, especially in emergency, you know that the person who has more family and friends showing up, you get more attention. But like at the end of the day, from a nurse to a doctor to a total aide,
That is completely false. That is completely false.
all right. Is if a guy was number 2 on the paper, I'm giving you this.
No. Now you're saying something. There's probably, if you have more family,
I'm trying to stay focused with this. I'm trying to get to the people in a similar situation. So imagine 2 people in the same situation. They both have 6 kids. And they end up in the emergency room. Over the course of a week, like one person has actually broke his divorce. Like none of his 6 kids, like no friends, no family, it's like no kind of versus someone who has all the 6 kids, who's nothing but 3 kids, neighbors, friends, all that kind of stuff. Do you really not morally well as well as the 90s Testament. The 90s, all of his family show up, and his friends and his neighbors and all that type of stuff down to he's never forget the family, the best person the guy is, and no one showed up at all.
How does that help us? How does that help us?
Because I think that the person who got all the friends and family and neighbors and all that show up is a more morally contributive person.
What does that help? So I think whether or not it's more sacrifice or something.
Get back on the original topic that we talked about. Like you, that all of you were criticizing me before. My point is,
I'm gonna try to steal that. So
Still not the around the side.
in terms of contributions to society. So that person that's
moral contribution to society.
yeah, moral contribution to society. So the person that's the most reach out there in the society and touch the most more lives positive and better or more than the person that they have as exactly. I mean, I've already rejected that. I mean, that isn't I guess if you want to put it in utilitarian terms, it would be just a different rationale for why it would be okay for a person to sacrifice himself for the family. It would, I guess, be because the family members, collectively, or maybe each individually, have more worth than the relevant father or whoever is making the sacrifice, and therefore it's justified in utilitarian terms. Does that really help? Because I'm not trying to explain this in utilitarian terms. Acknowledge that that's consistent with utilitarianism, I guess, if that's the goal.
I think you were taking the utility like you said, yes, 100% sacrifice someone and myself.
No, the challenge is
There is no contradiction.
I can tell you what it was like. I actually started rejecting TikTok, but I still think that under the deontological framework that I was using, when we look at deontology real quick and do that, that I was trying to justify why it would be consistent with recognizing the intrinsic worth of all people, that if, let's say, a father could sacrifice himself voluntarily to preserve the life of his wife and child. That's what I was trying to do. And Andre was trying to poke a prod at that clearly. Andre, did you want to continue? It's well, the second
Nah,
is
oh, fine.
I would like to explore the intuition which makes you make the decision to sacrifice yourself, because I think that's a very natural intuition for any father and husband to the person most alive and make their children first and then their spouse second. There's, I mean, there's, I acknowledge sometimes human beings are have feelings and acknowledge the sentimentality. But if the scenario is such that only two people can think there's three of us, one of us has to not go anyway, that is a practical situation that justifies the decision. Of course, it's part, it's a scenario in which it would be one person would justify to do so. Yeah, sure, but I'm really interested in how those intuitions inform our moral judgments and why do we believe those two? Because I think that's my naturalistic probability emerges from the natural necessity. I didn't think it's hard to sacrifices born out of practical necessity. Right? There's only two spots. There's three people.
get to have relationship with us, why we have to go through the universe that we live in with all the stuff that we've been talking about. I cannot reconcile the two. Like I said, one without the universe without the intention makes sense that it is the way it is and things are as crazy as they are, or great and beautiful and horrible as they are, and all of it. We experience all of it. But it doesn't make sense with perfection at the front of it, because I don't understand why perfection would want or need us to experience what we experience in order to have a relationship with us. I don't.
Myrna has a question for Andrew. Andy.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Andrew Cass, this is Myrna. Why do you think that various tribes around the world who live pretty much with nothing but scraps made a choice to live this way? Why do you think that they did not make a choice to live this way?
I don't think I understand the question.
Yeah, you do. It's a pretty direct question. I'm going to shorten it. Why do you think that the people that you believe live in such horrible, destitute ways did not choose to live the way they did?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that people that don't live in first world conditions cannot have fulfilling lives or feel happy with their lives. I'm not saying that at all.
No, that's not my question. I'm talking about the tribes around the world. Why do you think that they did not choose to live the way they do?
I didn't say anything that they would. I didn't say anything that they wouldn't.
Well, I think her point is that you brought these other examples of people that are, in terrible, destitute, horrific conditions around the world. That's kind of a
yeah, horrible destitute conditions, and that can be and that can be in a bunch of different places. But there are also tribes that live very happily in the ways that they are.
No, but what I'm saying is, what she's saying is, I think, is that these.
Oh
these
no,
are
I was not making that kind. I was not making an absolute distinction in that way, and that people that live in different conditions than first world conditions can't be happy. I wasn't.
Well, no. She's saying
no. She is because she's saying
it's not about happiness.
It is because she's saying they choose.
No, it's not.
To live.
It's not about that. I'm going to tell you. You equivocate. You falsely described and compared two different types of civilizations, saying one is better than the other. Now, I don't know what.
No, not at all. What I was saying was people that have like a certain level of material, whatever, right? Compared to people that don't have that. And I specifically said people that are in miserable living conditions, and they are miserable, as in the kids that get fight for warlords in other countries. I'm not talking about people that have an existence that's simpler but are not miserable. I'm not. Yeah, that's. It was more because of the what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to compare people that have an easy existence to people that have a hard existence, and then the people that have the easy existence, right, the easier existence, claiming that something is looking out for them. And that's what. And maybe I should change it. It's like whoever is having a really hard time and a miserable experience, right? The person that's having the easier experience claiming that they're being looked at.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Because I would not want to be misperceived as saying that people living in a simpler existence are somehow less than. That's not.
It's not even really that too, though, Andrew, because people can just self-impose. I think one of the things that Myrna is saying, and I think it's very relevant, is some people just they impose these conditions upon themselves. They don't even want people to try to change them. They don't want to do something different, even if they're miserable. There's some people that will fight for their misery. They will fight for the conditions that they're in because it's habit, it's tradition, it's whatever, right? It can be part of their rituals. They can have all this stuff that makes them miserable, but they're going to fight tooth and nail to protect that. So that does need to be taken into account, because if you're doing any comparison to them and saying, well, somebody, and I know we've already talked through it, so I'm not hitting you on this original point, but I'm just saying, well, you were saying if somebody's a believer and they're like, God has blessed me and gave me all of this abundance, right? And they're living in let's say America, and they're in a really, wealthy part of the country or whatever, and they're doing really well, right? Well, to say, well, that person, if they're like, well, God's blessed me with all of this, given the fact there's all these other people that are in horrific living conditions, that's kind of God favored me and God cares about me, but not those people. I mean, those people may have had the opportunities to do and be and have advancements just like you do.
That's going to be a harder case to make in certain parts.
No. I understand. I understand this not going to be one for one. But my point is any bit of improvement, any bit of better conditions, if they're choosing to reject those and they're choosing to say, hey, I want to keep this particular lifestyle up, or I don't want anybody to change my way of life, then I don't think that's really something you should be putting on God. And you shouldn't be saying that the person that's thankful for their conditions in a first world country, that they're somehow arrogant because they appreciate it.
Okay, that's fine. We'd already talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
The point that I was on to now was that whole world that we're talking about, the world that we live in, makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense. That makes a naturalistic version of that makes sense. It doesn't make sense when you have the perfect being at the front of you.
What would you expect?
I would expect for the being to figure out a way for beings to be in relationship with them that didn't have to experience living or having experience in some other way that necessitated not being able to have a wonderful perfect experience. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Andrew just learned that one before this interview. Thank you. Learn would like you to read. I know you're not going to like this interview, but I want to tell you that Learn would like you to read Julian James, The Origin of the Breakdown of the Bicameral Mind, and you are going to understand.
Can you give me a link to that? I won't remember.
Okay, I'm going to put it down. You are going to understand how the human brain was bifurcated over 2,500 years ago, and why there are people like Andy and God believers today. We're just going to put down.
Okay, yeah, I would love to read it. I would absolutely love to read it.
I love you, Andrew. I just want you to know that. And I don't think I'm really sure.
When you say Andy, it's confusing because it could be either
No, she's talking about me. No, she's talking about me.
Andy's Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew versus Andrew.
Yes. Anytime you hear Andy, it's going to be coupled with some disdain. Some disdain.
Oh, some disdain.
Right.
I don't hate you, Andy. I just think that you got some issues.
I do have a few issues. Maybe a lot of issues, Myrna. Welcome back, Brother
Well,
Thomas.
message me that, Mira, because I would love to read.
Andricus, who was the person that you brought? Because I said Nick Vujicic. You were trying to bring up some person. You said Erickson or some person.
Johnny Erickson. She's this girl in the 70s that had this accident that broke her neck and paralyzed her, and she developed this art career where she would hold a pen in her mouth and draw amazing art with her mouth, and she had this whole Christian testimony.
She also draws with her feet.
Yeah.
Myrna used to follow Johnny and listen to her music when I was a Calvinist.
Well, I thought she was paralyzed. How does she draw with her feet?
She's able to. I don't know how she does, but she's able to now.
She's able to draw with her feet because she's able to, Andricus.
Thank you.
Oh, there you are, Hot Dog. I tell you, Hot Dog, you're kind of tough to get a hold of, man. I tell you. Call out to the Hot Dog.
You're trying to get in touch with Hot Dog Goblin?
Yes, I am trying to get it. Yes.
Nice.
Hot Dog Goblin's a gangster. I just want to say this, and then I want to ask you
It's
something.
not right. It sounds like some kind of sexual innuendo.
Oh, gee.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, gee.
And well, he can explain his name in a second. But I was going to say Andricus, for some, or everybody, but Andricus especially. This Nick Vujicic guy, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure I saw him swimming, and I was like, boy, he doesn't have any limbs. He has no limbs, and he's in the water swimming.
Humans can be. You can be buoyant without.
Oh, his name is Ogmandino. God, I'm dyslexic, and the D was a G my whole life. The greatest salesman in the world. Ogmandino. This is one of the greatest books.
Yeah, buddy.
The serpent
This is your Lollapalooza Chicago after party hosted by the John Kitover Band. Go to ChicagoMaryVote.com.
with his jagged claw. The beasts emerge as the gods withdraw. A storm of silence, a broken reborn on the hand. Under neon skies where the star comes. Shadows whisper truths as the bassline drums. The will is fire, unchained, untamed. No path is written, no soul is blamed. Thou hast no right but to do thy will. Feel the stars, let the silence fill your will. On its waves, it's alive, it's still. Deliver from the lust of the thrill. Echo shattered glass where the circuits glow. The clock ticks slow, but it doesn't show. No purpose, no turn, just a beating sync. Every way perfect, on the edge, on the brink. No chains, no bars, just a void to fill. Every pulse, every spark is a perfect will. Thou hast no right but to do thy will. Feel the surge, let the silence fill your will. On its way, it's a
this is for me where the difficulty lies. And that having children kind of highlighted it for me, because before that I was on the very, like, I was sort of in between utilitarian, Kant, each seemed attractive in certain respects. Kantian moral logic seemed a little more consistent, more clean, and pure and stuff. But that experience threw everything into a mix, sort of like a laundry machine mix.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Kantian until further notice. I'm not necessarily unwilling to abandon it ever, but so far it seems to work. But
okay,
I don't know that any framework would have. I mean, just the subtle thing you said about, like, by any means necessary. That always makes my ears perk up.
I'm going to take the modern, because I'm with Andre. I'm about to be a dad and everything like that. And I've thought about this scenario where I'm on the Titanic and I brush up with my kid who's autistic, and another dad brushes up with his dad who's autistic, just like myself. Card carrying, like, diagnosed autistic in college. Anyways, so like, there's one seat left on a boat that's getting away from the Titanic, and we both have autistic sons, and they're both as likely to make it. But, like, my kid is an autistic son who eats crayons and, like, hisses at people, and his son is like an autistic kid who, like, solves Rubik's cubes and Sudokus, but, like, can't look at a person in the eye for more than 2 seconds. I would acknowledge that, like, that person probably would do more for society, and
we've confirmed it.
Again, like, trying just to think about it as my son that's about to be born. So I'm emotional about it and everything like that, but, like, I still have that little bit of logic that, like, afterwards, like, after this kid is born and I grow up with him, I'm like, yo, his hissing and crayon, like, eating is, fuck that kid who solves the Rubik's Cube. Like, I've seen a lot of, like, non-autistics do that much quicker. So.
Yeah, I mean, Pat, you won't know until you know. The fact of the matter is that you care, right now, before it becomes real. That's the important part.
How hard was it? Did you guys have a name going in, or did you have, like, a list of names and you let, like, the personality of the baby choose the name? Is that a weird question?
For me, it's not a weird question. We didn't have a name until we wanted to see him before we named him, right? Because they roll out the paperwork.
But did you have a list that you had narrowed it down to?
No, we literally, like, came up with it on the spot.
All right, cool. That makes me feel better. You guys really winged it. Like, I'm not winging it that much.
Yeah, I mean, my other friends who've had kids and multiple children, they have their names picked out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But one thing I can tell you about being a father in this day and age is that there's a lot of surprises, bro. Like, there's, like, a shit ton of things that I thought I was prepared very well. I have a great mother and father. My wife does as well. We thought we had it all figured out, but no. It's dynamic, and that's the fun part about it.
We got middle names picked out for, like her mom died, my dad died. Like, we both have, like, a living mom. Like, I have a mom, she's a dad. So, like, we're the first two, we're doing versions of our parents' names as the middle name, and then, like, creating new beginnings. I don't want to Pat Junior is what I'm saying. I think people who name their kids, like, Junior is a little egotistical in some ways, and also they're admitting, I want my kid to do better than me, like, so much better than me, but I don't want them to be known as the better Pat. Like, he's going to do better than me and have a different name than me. I don't want them.
I mean, with all due respect, Pat, if you name your kid a great name, he probably will have a junior because it's a great name. Pat, all due respect. Yeah, let's diversify a little bit. It's a basic name, That's why I didn't name my kid Keith. Keith.
With a Y?
Exactly. It's like, dude, I can't do that again, dude. But the other day we were at the fair, the OC fair, and he's going into high school, so we let him go with his high school friends. And then my wife and I we ran into him later in the night, and he's with this girl. And my wife, like, on the way home, she turned to me and was like, "You had the biggest smile on your face," and it was such a cool experience, dude. Teenage years, they can become assholes, but at the same time, that's when they become men or women, and it's satisfying. I'll tell you that.
About you.
Hey, I want to say something.
I see you too, Amir. Not to worry.
I think Emerald should have said something to A before blocking them just like that.
But she's the owner of half the house. She's the leader.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Hey, when we open the needle. Shut up. No. When we open the room. No. Stop. Not the room, the house. You're a liar.
Emerald should have said something to A before doing that.
No, but she's the leader. She's the admin of the house.
No, that's not her rule.
That's her house.
If that was her job, then why didn't she mod? Why was it? That's the only modding that she fucking did. You're a snake. You're a slime ball. Look at you, and you're the victim. Look at you.
I gotta finish.
I should have told you, and I'm sorry. Are you happy now?
You're not
good people, man.
Okay, please allow Don to finish it. Hey, please, go on, Don.
Okay, Emerald should have told something to A before blocking her. Now I don't know.
Danish, come up, please. You were talking.
Nothing happened. There was no reason.
Hold on. Let Don finish.
And she did it behind my back.
Okay, so Emerald should have told something to A before blocking them, just out of the blue, mid stage, while they were on stage or whatever. But I don't know if A's reaction to that is justified. But then again, I wasn't in that position. So situations where you can be frustrated while you're trying to do things.
But at the same time, you were traumatized.
No, I was traumatized because I don't think she's a good mod. I don't think A's a good mod.
Yeah, I know.
But Ambrose is a good mod.
Ambrose is a good mod. If you want her to kick your personal friends out, that different.
Hold on. Is Ambrose a good mod, Don?
Then she's good.
I didn't see I didn't see her experience at that moment.
She didn't move
you didn't see her modding.
People down,
she modded when she brought you up. So you associate her modding with good. She brought you up. She did bring you up. W mod.
I didn't say she's good or bad. I said I didn't see her experience in modding in that room.
Yeah, because she wasn't.
Okay.
She brought you back up, Don.
Okay, that's it's not that, but that doesn't show her full.
That shows that she was on your side.
It shows that she has an agenda.
1 second.
Not agenda. She was on Don's
side. She had an agenda. You're slow. You'll catch it.
She respects Don. Don is a good character, by the way.
No. The agenda. It's not about. He's a tool.
The agenda was to.
He's a pawn.
Friends.
Yes. The agenda was to talk about Iran. The agenda, when I told them don't bring them up here, and you brought them back, is to create more chaos. You're just like Israel. You love chaos.
I don't think.
You are just like Israel. You love chaos.
I don't think she brought me up to create chaos, bro. I generally think that aspect of what she was trying to do is really bring the people.
Yeah, she respects.
I know. But why? But why were you guys trolling me? Why did I have to bring you back down?
I was trolling you because you couldn't.
Why did I have to bring you back down?
Because we were telling you.
Right. So, but hold on. If it's my space, it's my space, right? And I bring you down, I say I don't want you on my stage, and she brings you on the fucking stage. You think that's normal?
Bro.
Would Edward ever fucking do that?
Edward might do that because Edward.
You're a fucking liar, Amir. If you said seriously, Edward, don't bring him up. Edward's not going to do it.
Here's the deal. If Edward
No,
doesn't
there's no
mind-
deal. You're a liar. You're a liar and a snake too.
Don is good buddies with Edward. I'm good buddies with Edward.
I don't care.
Edward and Don.
I
And
don't
we
care.
would move. No, he would. If somebody was to move him down, we will definitely bring
Well,
him back
that's
up.
you, and this is me. I don't care.
Because we respect Don. I know you have some animosity.
No, it's not about respect. I said I don't want you in the room.
Okay, but
It's
you would
English,
rather have
normal English.
you would rather have that genocide than
Oh, but well, no, it was General that made that happen. General made that happen. Everybody, we all conceded, including fucking Emerald. She said she wasn't going to say one thing to her. As Carr spoke.
General
As soon as Carr spoke, she said something.
Yeah,
to her.
General hijacked your room, which I condemn. I'm doing a public
I know you're
condemnation.
smiling. I know
No,
you're
I'm not
smiling
smiling.
like the Grinch. It was pretty funny. But the reality is, especially with this one,
I'm not.
It
that's
wasn't
not
a fucking
actually crying.
General is the one
General
who
take
made
over
her
the
come
house,
on the stage. Literally. He said, guys,
wrinkles.
listen,
You need to
okay, now
calm
you're
down.
projecting. Now you're
Jealousy
projecting.
gives you wrinkles,
Projection.
honey. You need to calm down.
Projection.
Bro, hey, I don't think Ambrose brought us up to create chaos, bro.
She didn't do that.
I personally, honestly, I
Emma
think she
doesn't
brought
move
us-
people down. If I were to come into her
What did I
room,
deal with when it
she would
happened?
probably attack
Like,
me,
it
but
was
you know, she should not move me down, right, Emrose?
Yeah, I will
Maybe.
move other
She
people
may.
down, but not you.
Yeah, you see, we have that
Yeah.
connection, sister
That-
brother. You know.
That's why.
No,
that's
it's about
why
intentions in
I
there.
get
It's
it.
about who comes with what
It is
intentions.
intentions, and you accomplish your goals. W for you, Snake. W, Israel.
Have you noticed how many?
Have you noticed? I
insults
don't
you have
care.
thrown towards me?
Have you thrown?
And how-
Yeah, you
and how
gotta stop
humiliating
cursing her
it
out.
is for
Come on,
you,
man.
eh?
I don't know.
It's
I
not a
don't
good
know.
look for you.
I can't tell if she's.
Do you think I
genuinely
give a flying
frustrated or
fuck?
she's. It's like a over.
If you don't give a flying
overdone.
fuck, then why are you screaming your ass off for the past 6 hours?
Because you're lying. I care about lies.
Where?
You don't. You're
Where?
Israeli fucking
Where did I
supremacist. You don't
lie?
care about lies.
Hey,
I
where did I
do.
lie?
And that's why I'm unloading
where
the
did
clip,
I lie?
okay? This goes to
Hey, where did I lie? Where did I lie?
What Zionist tactic is this? What is it called?
She's not
What's
a
it called?
Zionist, man. She's anti-Zionist.
What is this called?
Amir, I can't understand.
Where did
if
I
she's-
lie, eh?
If she's
I don't know why you
genuinely
lied.
super frustrated.
Where
or she's
did I lie?
justified.
What did I lie about?
Yeah, I went over that already.
Amir, can
Do
you
you have
know?
amnesia?
Then amuse me, entertain me, and tell me again.
Amir,
What did
can
I
you hear
lie
me?
about?
I entertain
Yes,
you.
yes. Hang on a second.
Respect
What do you
yourself.
say,
What did
John?
I don't
lie
entertain
about,
you.
eh?
You don't tell me what to
Hey,
do.
what
I
did I
can't-
lie about?
I
Okay,
can't
so
tell
as long
if-
as you don't, as
I
long
know,
as
I
you
know.
don't have,
Oh, yeah.
as
If
long
you're
as you
talking,
don't
you're
have
lying.
receipts, don't throw around
See?
those things.
Is that what you think? I have the witnesses
where
too,
did I
dummy.
lie?
Yeah, I have the
Where?
witnesses.
Bring
Not
them
to
up.
worry. They will.
Bring them
They
up.
will.
Show me where did
They'll
I
come
lie.
when I want them to come. And you'll shut the hell up and wait.
Oh, so all of a sudden we need to wait. I mean, if you're going to make
What
accusations,
Zionist shit is this?
you
This
need
is
to
some
be
weird
able to
Zionist
back them
shit.
out.
This is some
And if you're going
IDF
to
shit.
dish it, you need to be able to take it.
I
And the
I can
fact
dish.
is that
Oh,
you're
here's Keenan.
inexperienced in
Here's
this,
Keenan.
and all you
Here's
have done is shown
Keenan.
amazing
Here's
disrespect.
all you have done is showed you're a
People who
liar.
actually engage
You're a
in this
snake.
conversation
And I know what
because
your
it's their
true
lives.
agenda is. You're a liar and you're a snake.
Where did I
Oh,
lie?
Keenan was a witness. Was there a witness?
Where did I lie?
Keenan. Where's Keenan?
What did
Keenan,
I
you have to
lie?
come up.
One
What was
second.
up here?
What did I lie about?
Bring him up. Keenan.
Give
Let's
one
bring up
example.
Keenan.
Let me
Keenan,
bring
But
him
see,
up.
like, you think that saying it
What
over
did
and
I
over,
lie about?
you're not gonna get what you
What did
want.
I lie about?
Genuinely sounds
We are.
from you.
We went. We
Why
already
did
went
I
Bo,
over
lie
it.
stay out of it, Bo. Bo,
Okay.
So
stay
you're
out
just
of
gonna.
it.
You're just gonna let her.
But when there's
repeat?
two ladies fight, two girls fighting, all men stay out of it. Okay.
Keenan, for whatever reason, your friend is lying on me, Keenan.
Because I can't have any simps coming up here and simping for one side. I can't do that.
Bring
I know,
Keenan
like
up.
you're simping for her.
I'm not simping.
I'm not simping. I'm trying to say that you can
No,
fight
no,
it.
no. Keenan, I really need you to come up. It's gonna be very fast.
Bring him up.
It's
He
a
needs
lot
to
of
come up.
lying.
I did send him an invite.
It's
Keenan,
a
would you
lot
like to
of
come
lying.
up and testify? This is a courthouse. You
No,
know.
I know it's not. It's a
It
joke.
is a
I'd like
courthouse.
to know
No,
it's a
what-
joke.
What did I lie
It's a joke.
about? Eh?
Am I your fucking mother?
You
If
keep
you don't know what
accusing me of that.
you're
These are
responsible
mothers
for
that
your
are-
own
You're accusing me of
behavior.
that. I
You're
deserve to
responsible
know.
for your own
Keenan, come
behavior.
up here.
Get
Keenan,
it?
come up. You need to come up.
What
bro.
did I lie about, eh?
You're supposed to.
No, Keenan, just come up. Don't worry, I'm not
Keenan,
going to
if
call
you
you
don't
simp.
come up, I'm gonna
If I
deal
lied
with you
on so
later.
many things, give me just one example.
She's going to
Sorry,
punch
say it
you
again.
What did I lie
eventually.
about?
Hold on, are you still talking?
Amir, I can't
What did I
tell
lie about, A?
Say it again.
If A is genuinely frustrated because
I'm
disgusted.
Disgusted.
I don't know
With
if
what?
it's justified
I'm
or if it's
disgusted
over-
and I don't. That's fine.
overdoing
I'm
it.
disgusted and I'm apoplectic. That's what it is.
With what?
Because she's still here. She's sitting here denying it. You're such a Zionist.
And I'm what? You're not.
You're,
you
what did I
Not a
lie about?
Zionist.
What did I lie about? What did I lie about?
What did I lie about?
Is that a new record?
Well, she told
What
you
did I
already.
lie about, A?
Rose, respectfully, she told you already.
Amir, I think
enlighten
Keon
me,
needs to
Mazi.
come
What
up
did I
because
lie
the
about?
civilization.
This is not enlightening fucking time. I'm not
What
Buddha.
did I
Get
lie
it?
about, Mazi?
You're not getting
Why the fuck are you asking Mozzie? Does everybody see what she's
He said
doing?
he heard it.
This is the
Maybe I
IDF.
missed it.
This is Mustang.
Maybe I missed it. Please enlighten me.
Dick.
What did she say that I lie about?
Yeah. I said it
Please,
already.
if you don't mind helping me.
So Mazi,
No,
here's the
I'm not
deal,
helping you do shit.
Okay, hold on. Here's the deal, Mazi. While the room is running, right? They actually this happened I think a couple weeks ago. Right?
Where's
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. This happened about 2 weeks ago. You have A, because she got moved down by me, right, multiple times, and she got pissed off at me multiple times, right?
Are we making this about you now?
Hold on. Let me just finish my story. So
finish your story. Has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so this happened multiple times, right? She got mad at me, whatever. She cursed me out, which I understand, you know.
I know.
People, hold on a second. Hold on, please mute up. People do curse me out. Then what she did, she said, I'm going to open up my own house and I'm going to promote people. So she came into this room. She put her link in the
Wait,
chat.
no. That was a mistake. Don't lie.
Hold on.
I came in and
I'm speaking, okay?
No,
Please
you're
stop
speaking in line.
Okay, you can correct me afterwards. You can speak your truth afterwards. My truth, I'm going to speak my truth. Thank you. So this happened about a few weeks ago. She opened a house with Emrose. Emrose helped her. Emrose is like, okay, we can open up a house together. It's called the Needle, and and we can bring people in, whatever. They opened the house because she saw that the debate is pretty good. She enjoys these debates. Then one day, her room was running. She came into this room to put a link in the chat. She's promoting her room out of my room. I'm like, I don't allow that. I don't even allow fucking Amos. I usually kick him out sometimes, and I've been stopped. I haven't seen him.
Mazi, that's the problem. Hold on, Mazi.
Hold on.
The only reason I did that, Mazi, is because Amos comes in there every.
And I'm not done. Okay.
Talking about coexistence.
Stay muted. I'm not done. Stay muted.
So Amos is a no, but Carr is a yes.
Yeah, Amos is an old fart, right? Nobody really likes him. He's just an old fart out of his age. Even though I look at him as a genocidal maniac, but out of his fucking age, because it's from my religion side. It just it makes me want to give him some respect, because all of us have that one uncle that's like that's a crazy one, and I look at him as a crazy uncle. So here's the deal. Now they opened a room together, house together. Today's incident, while the room is running, Emrose ends up blocking that car guy. We engaged with him, me and you, right, Maji? That fucker, everybody crashed out on him. That son of a bitch denies the fucking massacre, genocide in Syria, right? We had Benny Adam crash out. Hold on. Oh, bro, it's not a lie. Just mute up. Benny Adam crashed out. We had another person crashed out. We had so many people crashed out and called him out on his bullshit. Muhammad called him out as well. He's a professor. He's a professor, by the way. The brother is from Morocco. He's a professor.
Like 5 people called him out or crashed out.
Yeah. And then the next day, that fucker came back again. I sent him an invite because I wanted to call that fucker out because he denied it related to the Spain history about the churches. And I gave the mic to Benny Adam, and Ava kept on coming off the mic. I said, please mute up. I had to, at one point, I did have to move her down because she wouldn't mute up. And Benny Adam called him out on the history of Spain about how communists were, they actually burned down the fucking.
What does this have to do with
churches.
this?
Oh, I'm not done.
I know.
Okay, just mute up.
What does this have to do?
Mute the fuck up. So then, the today's rule, Does Emrose, because Emrose was with A from the jump, opening up that house. They were 50-50 on that house. Does Emrose have the right to block that son of a whore that was in here, that denied the fucking genocide, that gaslit everybody, that triggered everybody? Does she have the right to do that because she realized this fucker is a genocide denier? She does. She has a right. Because half of it, she owns the house.
General brought her up,
Without her,
the only reason that she came back on the stage is because
without Emrose, you're not gonna have any cloud. You're not gonna have anybody debating anybody because Emrose is
look at you.
Oh my God! Hold on. Because you're a cloud chaser. That's what Emrose said. So
I know, and she's a credible source.
Hold on. If you want people in your room to be able to debate on the topics,
I don't want her in my room. That's fine.
Hold on. That you don't have any knowledge of, that Emrose has knowledge of, she can bring in a lot of people and she can go back and forth.
I don't want it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mozzie, can I say one thing because they're lying? Mozzie, in the beginning, General came. He gave everybody a pep talk, including Emrose. He said, listen, guys, I have to like this person car. Because initially he wasn't on the stage. Said we're gonna have these conversations. We have conversations with people like Daniel all the time, people like me all the time. This is something that we can do.
This woman,
and that's what happened. So the fact that now you think you can spin the block. By the way, General became a moderator as well at some point. You think it's okay to block to take your friend. Your personal friend off the app.
He took over your room.
And for no reason, block them and not tell you.
And kicked A off the stage.
She should have said something. He took over her room, bro. Amir. Amber should have said
Don, I should have said something.
Yes.
Fine. For fuck's sake,
I did something bad. Who cares? Oh, you're really irritated.
Mozzie wants to jump in.
One sentence, please.
Yes.
I don't think
it's John Kitover,
but at the same time, that guy Carr is proven to be a very suspect individual, and they're
Mozzie.
crashed out on by 545.
If you decided to have them on the stage, that was the decision, Mozzie.
I'm not gonna let you talk. I'm not gonna let you talk.
I'm done. It's okay.
Nobody's letting me finish this fucking sentence, bro. Not you, not Emrose, not Amir, not Dan.
It was like that for me earlier. Go ahead.
Let me just finish the sentence.
So just don't focus on Carr. Focus on fucking Emrose's behavior. Those not my fucking people. This is disgusting. Amir, you're a fucking piece of shit. And now Emrose is laughing because your plan's working.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at Mozzie. He crashed out. Go, Mozzie.
Let me just finish the sentence. That's all I want to do.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Say something. Because I'm
No, Mozzie, it's on you. Hold on. It's on Mozzie.
So, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say now.
You were saying about Carr, that guy Carr.
Yeah, so Emrose and let me finish, before you blast, let me finish. Emrose used her knowledge from the previous 1 or 2 days to be like, this guy's a piece of shit. I don't want him on the stage. She used her discretion. Now, again, I don't think you're a cloud chaser. And also, I will say that you were not even stressing about Carr when you were that Emrose was sneaky or slick or lying. You weren't Carr as a big example. You was using your other friends. Okay? I'm done.
I just want to clarify. I objected to Carr coming on the panel from the very beginning. I expressed that objection. I said that I will only be okay with it if Sam is okay with it. Sam said he's okay. We tried to have the conversation, and then I said that I think a better conversation, even if it's difficult, according to what General said, would be between Iran.
General had a conversation with the whole room, and the decision was made. Once the decision is made, what you're saying now, void. Means fucking nothing.
Is this like,
it means nothing. So what you're saying is General, what he says means nothing then.
But General hijacked your room, by the way, kicked you down the room.
What's your point?
The point is, look.
You're a piece of shit.
Hold on. I am a piece of shit. So then he brought you back up, and then he started crashing out, and then he moved you down again.
Hold on. I'm not worried about his behavior.
No,
I'm
General
talking
did
about
rescue
him because
you.
General is the one who had a conversation with the room and said, guys, we need to be able to have these conversations, whether they're difficult or not,
What else
but
did
do
he
not
say,
be
Aaron?
disrespectful.
What
Hold
else
on,
did
hold
he
on.
say?
General did cool.
Am I your fucking parent?
He did a cool.
This is the problem.
He did a cool. It was like
General
the
said
subject.
it.
Oh my god.
We all agreed. Her position was, I'm not going to say anything to this person doesn't say anything to me. Guess who broke the MOU first? Guess who broke the MOU first? Guess who did it? You know it's as soon as she came off the mic. Look at you, victim. I know, and you're trivializing it because it's not. You think it's not that bad.
You need to calm down, though.
You are an Israeli Zionist. You are a terrorist.
There we go.
She's not a Zionist.
Wow.
Yeah, that pathology is. It's in your pores.
Zionists
She's very consistent. She's anti-Zionist.
She's a very consistent scumbag.
She's
If
very
anything,
consistent
I would
anti-Zionist.
say A is
If
giving
anything, I don't
100% for the
care.
Zionist
I know,
movement.
I don't care.
Come on, guys.
Go and cry. You're a victim.
It's not about a victim, A. It
is about the victim.
No, A. It's about people who
It's
actually
because of
try to
Holocaust.
achieve something.
No. You achieved your goal. You talked about Iran all night. You didn't talk about anything else. Not one thing.
I'm sorry, did we not have an entire conversation about Syria?
She did. She talked about Iran.
Okay, so
And I did have a
Amir?
good conversation with Brownie
Yes.
about Iran.
Brownie said you cut him off every single time.
Brownie,
Not once, not
man,
twice, not
come-
thrice.
come to the
Every
stage,
single
Brownie.
fucking time.
If you listen to the clip,
And guess what?
he said
If
we
you
can have a
at
back
the
and forth.
end, he said you can have back and forth. You still cut him off. You still fucking cut him off.
You didn't
You
set
cut
him
him
up.
off.
You didn't set him up.
Even the back and forth, you were still cutting him off.
Yeah,
Play the tape again. Play it again.
I have a problem
Play it
with interrupting. I'm not denying it.
Play it again.
The conversation ended up being a
Play it
good
again.
conversation.
No, it didn't. No, Brownie would disagree. Play it again.
Later. We need to focus more.
You're a
Is I
fucking
think
liar.
no. I would love to play it again, but at the same time, I think what we need to focus is this energy that's going to waste right now. I think
Exactly.
we need some sort of therapy, right? And I think I need to open up a therapy room later today. This is not a good look for
This is a bad look for you and
This is not a good look for A
It
and
looks
me
very
and
bad.
Emrose and
Not to
Mazi.
worry.
Definitely
Surprisingly enough,
Mazi
Amir
crashed
and I
out.
have been doing this for years. You've been doing this.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, snakes can come in too.
What did you
That's
just
fine.
say?
I'm not repeating myself.
But
Catch up.
we are doing it for years, me and her. So
Yes.
I've been doing it
Thank
for
you.
about 2
Thank
years
you.
every
Thank you,
day.
Snaky Snake. Thank you.
No, it's not snake. Come on, man. I'm not a snake.
You're a
so-
doxing snake.
I didn't dox you, man. You told me your name.
Okay. Wait.
You
Oh
have
my
your
god.
real
hold on.
picture up.
I'm sorry. Like, are you talking to me? Shut up when you're talking to me.
Remember, she's
that.
the one that told me
That's
her
a
name.
good
is
Zionist
Anna.
terrorist fucking strategy.
No, she has a right to ask not to be called by her private name. But
Yeah,
that's
and
not
then
doxing.
I stopped. I respected her. I don't call her with the name.
That's fine,
She
yeah.
First she told me.
Move
First she
on.
said she
I
gave
know,
me a
yeah, I
name.
know, Amir. You'll be okay. You'll live. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I don't know why you're accusing me of doxing you, man.
Would
I don't know
you-
why
on-
you're up
on
here lying.
spaces, on
You're up. You're
social
up here
media,
like
by the way, the accusation
dancing
of
for
doxing
shekels.
is one of the worst
I
accusations.
don't care.
you can do
I know.
for
I know.
people.
I know.
Then maybe
And
if
Rose,
you accuse people
you.
of
This is not
doxing
something you want.
women,
Wait.
not something I
This
want to say
accusation came from me. You think? Is that what
I
you're
don't know
saying?
who you accused me of
Okay, who
doxing.
accused me of that? Come on.
Where do you think I'm new here? You just
Where?
said that you guys been doing this, right? So
I don't
you
know
got
where it
history,
came from.
right?
Who accused
So
me?
where did I
Come
get
on.
the information?
You tell
I
me who
don't
accused
know.
me of it.
No,
You
you
refusing to
don't
say.
know. Yeah, because guess what? Even after all this, I really don't give a flying fuck
Make
enough
sure
to do
to
that,
provide
and
evidence
especially
next
for
time.
Amir. I don't want Amir to know that there are snakes around it.
But there's
Get
a
it?
problem when you accuse
He's a
people
snake
of
too.
lying.
He can deal with
When
it.
you accuse people of lying or
When you
doxing,
accuse
and you
you
don't back
accused
it up,
me of
then
doing
you
stuff
don't
I did
back-
not do.
What did I
You
accuse of?
lied about what the fuck you did. You're
What
not
did
the
I lie
arbiter
about?
of fucking truth. You're
What did
dishonest.
I lie
You're
about?
fundamentally
I asked you 1,000
dishonest.
times. I asked you 1,000 times. What did I lie
This
about?
is some fucking bullshit that we're
Yeah. So
fucking
Mozzie,
1 hour on.
we already told you, right?
Can I say something?
You can say whatever the fuck you want. There's no cue, dog.
Who wants to say something?
Gab.
Yes, Gab. Yes,
There-
Gab. Were you in that room?
No, I was not in that room.
But it's just something you said, and I
Did somebody have you blocked?
In your room, there was somebody that had.
No, I'm talking about in their room.
No.
I don't have get blocked.
No.
Okay, good.
I was at work. I wouldn't even know. But Amir, you mentioned how Carr is genocide denier and stuff, right? And that's some sort of justification to have him blocked by Emerald.
No justification. You need to understand what I said.
No.
Hold on. Hey.
Can we get on a call so you can get the truth?
Can you please mute up? I'm speaking now. Gav,
you're speaking about my story.
Can you please mute up? Can you be, because he's talking about what I said.
He's talking.
Can you please mute up? Hey, please.
Yeah, bro, you gotta learn to speak quiet.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just addressing Gav. I'm not addressing you. Gav, here's the deal. The context I said is the house that they build together, right? You know, when you build a house together, right? You make a decision together, or you can make your own decision if the other person is not around, right? Or the other person is,
I was right beside her.
Hold on. Or
she
the other
did it
person
sneakily.
Hold on a second. If the other person is not able to understand or comprehend the position of an idiot, a genocide denier, Holocaust denier.
So I guess you're saying General didn't understand. He made the decision.
Hold on. Please mute up. So, and they opened a house together. Because of Emrose.
Wait, Gav, answer.
Can you stop coming off the mic? I'll give you. This is like strike 10 again. I have to move you down. It's up to you. Either you sit in the audience or just stay up here on mute. I'll give you the mic afterwards. I can't believe this, man.
Damn, dog.
Gav, here's the.
I'm just calling Gav over and over.
Okay. Sit in the audience.
Hold on.
So Gav, here's the deal. I said they build a house together, right? And what the deal is, if you build a house together, and you have the right, and it's all the people that went into that house, that room, it was because of Emrose, because Emrose is very controversial. You see what I'm saying? Emrose, when she goes in there, she says things, she says controversial stuff about Iran, whatever. It's a lot of people, they get triggered about her or whatever. Just like I'm controversial, right? I say some crazy shit as well sometimes. So if it's just up to I don't think people will go in there and have that debate. You see what I'm saying? So Emrose,
go to sleep, my little pretty baby. Time for sleep, my pretty little baby. Sleepy time for Johnny. Sleepy time for Mr. Mayor. Mr.